Hi friends, it's your boy Cranberry Enthusiast coming at you once again, not live, but pre-recorded in February, month of February, the year of our Lord, 2025. It is a rather sunny day, as you can probably kind of tell a little bit, and I'm doing all right. I slept kind of weird last night. I've been waking up randomly in the middle of the night again, but I'm still feels like a lot of good sleep, and so anyway, that's definitely a positive thing. The whole screen lights out, doesn't it? There we go. All right. So, today I want to talk about, as I ramble on, I want to talk about living in the moment. Living in the moment, being present in this moment, this very moment. And it's something I feel like I don't do very well. I don't know if that's specifically just me, or if it's, well, I guess there's a lot of people who deal with it, but I don't think it's an entirely universal thing, because it seems like there are some people who live so much in the moment that they never even think about, tomorrow, 2 years from now, that type of stuff. And I don't think that's entirely healthy either. It's like with so many things. One of the main things I've learned in my 25 and a half years being upon this planet is that pretty much everything in life is a good balance. Can't be too hot, can't be too cold. Can't be, can't spend too much time, can't spend too little time. Can't be too hard, can't be too soft, can't be too pretty much anything. And you also can't be too the opposite. Again, pretty much anything. This isn't a whole universal thing, but it's, even for things, I would say, you can make too much money, and you can definitely not make enough money. Of course, it's, I don't know, in some ways, if you're making too much money, then, you can curb that, because you can, donate a ton and give things away and help other people and stuff, so, but unfortunately, it seems like money, it's like the One Ring in the Lord of the Rings. When you start getting a lot of it, you just want more, or that's the human tendency. So you really got to fight to kind of work with that. But anyway, I'm talking today about living in the moment. I have ADHD, by the way. Not an excuse, it's a context. I love that phrase. But I wish I knew a staple system of being like, okay, just do these 3 things, follow these simple 5 steps. If you just focus on these 7 objectives, complete this 12-step program, you will live in the moment always. And and one thing, I think that's, I don't know, I think that being able to flip a switch, living in the moment, not living in the moment, might be able to be achieved, but I'm honestly not sure. I should also define what I mean by living in the moment, and what I guess I mean by living in the moment is being able to, for the most part, experience this current moment fully. You're not absorbed in thinking about what happened in the past. You're not distracted by a fear you have about the future. You're not overwhelmed by something that someone said months ago or even just yesterday, but you're able to be fully present in the moment. So for example, if you're on a vacation type thing, and you're someone who vacations better than I do, because I don't vacation very well, that's a whole topic for another video, but you ideally, you would want to be in the moment there. If you're if you're out seeing the ocean and you don't really get to see the ocean very much, it'd be nice to be able to take in the ocean and to be able to focus on that without thinking about a company changing how much you're being billed and being unsure about finance stuff, or appreciate things and be in the moment when you are dealing with certain health issues, especially things that affect your mental health or like just your like head health, so to speak. So like, for example, not getting enough sleep and just so your brain just feels foggy. Or, you know, not eating the right types of foods, that type of stuff. So it's all kind of connected, at least in my brain. And I mean, again, there's unfortunately not a surefire formula of like, you know, do this, live in the moment. But that being said, I am definitely heavy upon, you know, you've got to make sure that you're getting enough sleep. That's one of the best ways that you can show love to yourself, is by sleeping, getting good sleep. And it's something that's necessary too. It's absolutely required. And you just think of it from every logical standpoint. If you want to be doing your best work, you've got to get good sleep. And that's also interconnected too, because you probably won't get very good sleep if your waking life is very chaotic and you don't have proper things in place to deal with that. Unfortunately, there's a lot of things that seem like can't really be taught very well, and you just kind of learn by experience how you can best handle and cope with things. I've talked about it before, but as someone who, for the vast majority of my life, I didn't have a very specific schedule, especially as a kid, being homeschooled, and I'm still completing my work and stuff, albeit, you know, sometimes very long hours or very in unconventional ways, but like, it wasn't until I started working full time that my body, like, I started working on a very specific, rigorous system. And yeah, and so it kind of makes sense that it's going to take several years for my body to adjust and acclimate fully to that, which thankfully is doing so much better. And I've come to realize things that do and don't work for me. And it's actually getting to the point where I'm actually currently this week in the process of rebuilding a better morning routine, so that I'm actually getting up earlier and able to not be so rushed in the morning, because that's what I've been doing, unfortunately, out of sheer necessity, because I just need sleep. Now, thankfully, again, not sleeping the best, but sleeping better, and I have definitely better bedtime routine and habits. It's been a really long time and the times that it's been have been very few and far between, that I've stayed up past midnight doing stuff anymore. And I found too that there are certain things that I'll put on and I'm listening to before or as I'm falling asleep, and it's not 100% perfect all the time, but most of the time when I put on certain audio recordings, I will just fall asleep eventually, or like before the audio recording is up. And the nice thing is, I'm actually now starting to fall asleep in less than an hour, which is huge for me. Or sometimes a little bit more. I'll, like, pretty much always less than an hour and a half though, which is again huge for me. That's like, it's fabulous, and I feel very blessed with that. So, but it's a balance, and I mean, life itself is unpredictable. Jesus himself said, in this world there's going to be trouble, tribulation, there's going to be all kinds of issues. So that's kind of, I guess it kind of helps when you kind of go into it with that mindset and stop chasing the silver bullet, or whatever the right word is you want to use for it. Right? Stop like thinking that, oh, like things are just gonna, you know, this year's gonna be perfect, and, you know, everything's gonna be perfect all the time. It's like, no, life is not perfect. And here in this world, it's never going to be in the here and now. So that can also be something that helps you live more in the moment, because it's like, you know, trouble is on its way, which is kind of a depressing thought, but hey, at least you know that it's coming. It's better to be like, oh yeah, trouble's gonna come, and to be aware of that, but then learn how to best manage that so you aren't worrying about that. And again, circling back to living in the moment, because ultimately this day is all we've got. This moment is all we've really got. We can do nothing to change the past, and we can't actually do anything to change the future except moment by moment, if you really think about it that way. So yeah, anyway, thank you all so much for watching. Hope you have a fabulous time. Definitely comment down below, let me know how if you feel like you live in the moment successfully, what do you do? And does it involve buying a bunch of ducks? Because I would love to buy a bunch of ducks and have a bird farm. Oh, that's a whole other video. Anyway, thank you all for watching. See you later.